never slow up, no I don't take sh. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh. I got no love for the fakeness.
Good morning, y'all. Well, this is day 2 of this massive project on my 2023 Grand Design Imagine 23 BHE. Finally, the math makes sense, and I'm switching the trailer over to lithium batteries. Now, if you guys don't know, lithium batteries you can run down completely down to nothing, and it doesn't harm the battery like a lead acid battery. All these years, the math has never made sense, so I've never invested in it, but finally it does. We were using 2 6-volt batteries prior to that, and it was working fine, but as you know, everybody's saying on the internet, and we experienced it, they just don't last that long. So an average lead acid battery lasts about 3 years, and the price has gone up on them. Like, I think right now they're $250 at Costco per battery, and you need 2 of them, so that's $500. So the downside to having lithium batteries is you need to keep them somewhere warm. Even though these Renogy batteries do have internal heating, I still want to move them inside, both because of heat and because of just pure theft. They're too expensive just to leave out. So in order to do that, I've got to move the positive negative cable from the front of the trailer in, and I'm putting it under the master bedroom. Along with that, I've got to move the inverter that's currently in the pasture also back under the bed, just so they're close and the cable run's not that far. So it proved into a major job, as I had to take down the underbelly of the trailer and be able to snake it through the wall and get it in. So today's continuation is actually putting the batteries under the bed and then working towards hooking them up. Along with the purchase of the battery, it came with a display, so a battery display monitor that's more realistic, so that's also got to be hooked up too. Who knows what I get done today, but it's still going to be a multi-part series and multi-part work. Let's get to the continuation of my battery install. Well, good morning, y'all. Well, this is day 2 of the battery project here on my Grand Design 23 BHE. So if you guys missed the first episode there, we're switching from the lead acid batteries just because they're not lasting, and now financially it doesn't make sense. So we're going to a lithium battery from Renogy. So no, it wasn't sponsored at all. It's just finally the math makes sense. So, but it's kind of a big job. So I've had to move all the power cables from the front of the trailer inside the trailer, and then of course the inverter and everything to do with that. The reason that I moved that, I covered in the first video, but you have to put the inverter in a warm place. The Renogy battery is heated, but still wants to be in a warm place for, you know, the colder days, that kind of thing. Plus just the pure cost value of it. If you're gonna have this battery 10 plus years, you want to make sure you protect it. Sorry about the cars going by. It's kind of a work day here, so people are going to work. Got the awning out. It looks like it might get a little bit of rain today, so I wanted to cover up because I got to bring stuff out. So the object of today's video will be to build a wall that I'm going to put under the master bed to mount the inverter and all the controls for it, get it in the trailer, and then maybe even get the battery in the trailer. So I'm going to fast forward a lot of the building of the wall. I'm going to time lapse it for you guys, but you can see how I built it. I just built it out of 1/4-inch plywood and then 2x2 studs just across it. So just wanted to look nice and then of course be strong for the inverter. So let's get started with the job. DJ, can you please roll that intro? Hey everybody, my name is Andrew Adley. After a workplace accident, I was left as a above-knee amputee. I had a decision to make. Get busy living or get busy dying. Obviously, you only have one life, so I made a decision to get busy living, exploring every opportunity that's presented to me. Tune in every week for different adventures, both from accessibility standpoint to adventures with my family and friends. And every adventure begins with one leg at a time. I'm not wearing my mic today, so sorry guys, but I didn't know how much I was going to get into this today. I'm kind of feeling it after yesterday, so I didn't put it on, and now I'm kind of regretting it, maybe. Okay, so if we do something like that, that gives lots of room for the cables to come through. Go. There we go. So that's what it's going to look like, and then I'm going to have this. I don't quite know how I'm going to attach this yet. That like that, so I still have lots of room in here. So I guess that will be the next part, is how do I attach this? She's not light, but she's not super heavy either. You can see I can hold it with one hand. The other nice thing about lithium is you can do what I'm doing right now, is just one hand it and it's not going to spill acid everywhere, which is really cool. Okay, so I'm always telling you guys take things at one leg at a time and blah blah blah, life, sometimes I need to be reminded of that. I got all up and building this wall and it wasn't working out, and I was like, oh, and I was rushing and making mistakes, and it's just, sometimes you just gotta step back, clean up, reevaluate. So that's what I did, and now I feel a lot better. Parts have shown up that I was missing, couldn't find. So This part, I will tell you that... Sorry, I'm just taking a drink of my Revitalize. Not sponsored, just really like this stuff. I'm not an electrician by any means. Not an RV tech. Just a guy that knows enough to be dangerous is what we used to say in the automotive world. So this is what I'm going to do. So this is my inverter. I like to have, even though I know I don't need to, I like to have a shutoff for just the inverter for power going in, because it's quick and easy to shut the power off to the inverter, like 12 volt side. And then I like to do the same thing on the power feed side. So I have this that shuts it on and off. And I know the inverter has an on and off switch, but sometimes it's just easier to hit it just in an emergency. So I like to kind of have a redundant plan. I know it's overkill, and yeah, you don't need it. I actually put one more thing, is I have a reverse adapter that goes on the inverter to make sure the trailer doesn't backfeed into it, because I've read that's a thing. So this is what I'm doing. Take it for what it is, but it's worked for the trailer in the past. I'm just remounting this stuff on that little wall that I'm going to put up there. So the other thing I'm doing is the inverter, I think, likes to get hot. So I'm putting these little spacers here. So basically it's just a grommet, and then these things I got from a TV bracket way in the past. So it just gives a little bit of space so the inverter can breathe around it, so the plywood's not getting hot, just in case fire and that kind of thing. So I think I like the layout here. I'm going to do something like that. Now I just got to mount the inverter and get mounted. So. I'll leave that for now, but so that's the conclusion. Day 2. Day 2 looked like a short one for you guys, but for me it was, I don't know, it was pretty frustrating. Just, I don't know, you get in your own head, you know, you try to rush, and that's when mistakes happen. So we'll catch you on day 3.